As you know better than everybody, the last 3 weeks are absolutely crucial, and you can make big mistakes in the last 3 weeks. I mean, I guess, interestingly, Crisafulli's got to, remain disciplined and not think he's already won this thing, and Miles has not got to give the impression that, well, I know I've lost and so I'm going to give up. I mean, that's not easy for either of them, is it?
No, it's not. But I'd say this, that Crisafulli will be disciplined and will maintain that. It's been quite interesting to see how he has operated. And by the way, we're just talking about the debate. I mean, it doesn't change anything. Let's be very, very clear about that. There were people in the LNP last night who were getting very upset because Newman had sort of said that Miles had beaten Crisafulli. But they need to sort of calm down. Crisafulli's on track to win. I, for example, back in 2012, when I debated Anna Bligh, everyone said Newman lost. Well, it didn't change the outcome. I don't think it'll change the outcome here. No one made a big mistake last night. I mean, that's an important thing. I mean, if someone had blown themselves to smithereens, well, that's a different thing. But that didn't happen. So look, the discipline will be there. I think Labor will mount their negative, or increasingly mount their negative personal attacks on David and try all sorts of desperate tactics. But I don't think it's going to change things at this stage.
You and I have seen some pretty big political blunders in our time. I want to get your thoughts on what happened yesterday. Stephen Miles caught out incredibly awkward moment out campaigning. Have a look at this grab here.
Susan? Yeah, of course, it's Susan. Yeah.
Premier, on CS Energy...
I was with her the other night. So.
Susan who? He doesn't even know her name.
Well... Sorry, Steve, I may shock you, but I sort of felt for him there. These things happen. Maybe it was a seniors moment. I'm sure he knew, but then he just at that particular moment in time, the name escaped me. And I think all of us in politics at that level have been there. We've all had a moment like that where you're sort of looking into the yawning chasm and thinking, I don't have that. Who is that person, or what was the name of that place?
I've been away 3 weeks. I've got a fear that you're starting to turn into a Labor operative. I never thought I'd see this. Clearly, you're part of a double act with Anastasia Palaszczuk. Have a look at this.
The two people who know Queensland politics better than anyone. Anastasia Palaszczuk.
We're here to break it all down without the political spin.
But with some healthy debates for old time's sake.
And Campbell Newman.
Here on Sky News Australia, Queenslanders can know they're getting straight talk that they can trust.
What's going on there?
Well, I don't know, mate. We better ask our bosses here on the network, the Sky News Australia network. All I can say is I don't know that it's going to be as harmonious as that promo would sort of imply. It could get fairly tense, I think, on a few moments as the night progresses. We shall see.
I just wonder whether Anastasia's probably going to take some joy sitting there watching the person who took over from her lose government.
Well, look, if that's the way the night goes, I mean, I think one of the big things is that I'll be pointing out is, well, hang on, what a great exit. You left it, you sort of burnt half the building down and then handed over to Stephen with a garden sprinkler hose to try and put the fire out. I don't know that that'll go down too well, but it's going to have to be put on the table, isn't it?
It's going to make for great television. Campbell Newman, as usual, on a Friday. Thanks. I'll talk to you next week.
Thanks, Steve.
Can't wait to watch that Sky News coverage of election night.